Okay, in this video I want to talk a little bit about this belt here. This is size number 35, the same as roller chain. Over here I actually do have size 35 roller chain. But on these two sprockets I'm not using it because this motor turns at 5,000 RPM, and that would be like way too fast for a roller chain, and it would be making a terrible noise. So I have located this other material here. This comes from the WM Berg company, and I found it quite convenient to just go ahead and get a run of it and splice it together in different lengths as I need it. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Anyway, I'm going to go over to the workbench. I will show you how I splice this into a complete circle. There you are. Can't really see where the splice is. Alright, on my workbench here, I have laid out all of the tools that should be necessary. Some cutters, and these wire strippers I use for cutting the sleeve. Dental picks in case you need that. A file to clean them up with. Here's a crimper to crimp the sleeves. Here's a whole bag of sleeves. Here's some sleeves I have cut down to the length that I want to use, which is 4 millimeters instead of the 7 they come in. Going to need some razor blades to do this detailed work, and maybe a ruler, a marking pen, because you're going to have to count the holes and then you're going to have to mark it. Mark what? Well, you're going to have to get a run of this material, you see, and then I also have my homemade jig here to hold it while we crimp it. You need to start by getting one end at the ready for crimping, and then you count the number of holes you figured out you're going to need for your belt. I just happen to know that I'm going to make a 50 pitch or hole belt. Exactly 50, not 51 or 49, but I want it 50. So that's what I'm going to do here and show you how to do it. You want to cut this wire like about right there, okay? But it would be very helpful to get this centerpiece out of here. So you take your razor blade, and without cutting your fingers, remove the little cross piece. Now you want to shave off other parts of the cross piece so you don't have to have that in your way. This takes a while. Who knows, I may even have to stop the camera, take a break. Anyway, I'm going to remove all this material and show you what it looks like. So I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, a little time has gone by. I've cleaned up this part pretty good. From this edge out to about 5 millimeter, okay? That's what you want, right in there, in that area. So then I want to cut the wires. You cut it one time, clean, hopefully, because you don't want to fray it, or else you won't get the sleeve on. Now what we're going to do is count the holes in this run of material until I get to 49 holes. Then I'm going to put a little mark on there. Alright, I have prepared this end. I have started right here and I've counted the holes. Okay, and I did this 3 times, and I come out around here, and right there is number 49, because I'm going for a total of 50. So you will see that when you take the other end and you prepare it, and after it's crimped, the 2 bare ends will make the hole number 50. We're going to cut this right here and start getting it prepared. Okay, I'm back here now. I wanted to show you that I've cleaned off the ends here. Now, you don't have to worry about this part. I just kind of start with the longer piece because it's easier to work with. What I'm going to do is cut this about right there now. You want it just the same length as this piece in between is what you want this. Just the same length, which is just about 4.5 millimeters. Alright, I'm going to show you how to cut this wire. Hold up another piece so you get your dimension. Bring in your cutter, or you could use some kind of ruler here. For me, I just got to grip this and cut it. Okay, there's the 2 ends of the belt. Ready for the sleeves to go on and then the crimping action. Here's the jig I made up to hold the little belt while it is being crimped. Notice my pretty LEDs, but they seem to work pretty well. So what we do is press on cable there, and the other end comes over like this. Now sometime in between this we got to get those little sleeves on, and I'm going to have to turn off the camera and get my hands ready to do that. It's a little bit delicate, but this is the way the jig works. Now the sleeves are on one side, and now I have to put this side into the sleeve. It's a little hard to do while I'm watching the camera, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. You're right. After some considerable difficulty, yeah, I got the sleeves on. And you know what? I told you not to fray your wire, and I frayed mine. And that way it took me longer to get it in each end of the little sleeve. These are 1.3 millimeter sleeves. Virtually no room left in there. There's the sleeve inside of the crimp jaws. Now, I'm going to release it and I will let you see that it's just a circle. I've gone ahead and crimped both sides. I see just a little piece there I'm going to have to use the file on. That pretty much is what it looks like. So I'll go and put it on the motor and see if it runs. Alright, the belt is on, and we're going to hook up the electric and see how well it runs. Okay, I'll show you that I'm pretty much tugging on this. I'm tugging on it here, 20 or so pounds. And splices are holding. Pull everything off the table here, but the splices are holding. So I'm going to run it here one more time. We'll just put it on the sprocket over here. Yeah, I can do this. Without any adjustments. We just put it there. Kind of turn the large bottom one. And on it goes. Give it some electric here. Alright, now I have two belts that I can use on here. I don't know why I need two, but it's good to have a spare. Okay, one more look at my homemade jig. There it is. And the homemade crimpers. See if they'll get in focus there. They used to be wire cutters, and then I put a hole in them. Just the right size for the sleeve I'm using. That's what I did. Thought I'd show you something interesting about this belt. You can actually flip it inside out, and it's the same thing. Just try that with a V-belt. It really doesn't know one side from the other. Runs just as good. Now I've made two of these belts so far with my homemade crimps. And try as I might to pull them apart, they have not pulled apart yet. So, thank you for watching.